When you think of the animation genre, there is one company that can stick out like a sore thumb, but it is not necessarily in a good way. They can stick out for being mediocre and bland. That one is, can you guess? Let me give you 5 seconds to guess. It is Sony Pictures Entertainment, the film studio that is not grand, nor is it great, but it is one to never forget. It all started in the 1940s with a company called Sony. They made electronics and radios. Now they make PlayStation and other consoles and games. They made toys as well as many other things. After about 40 years of just doing all that, something changed. It all changed in 1989 when they purchased Columbia Pictures. After that, they helped make James and the Giant Peach and the Stuart Little films, among other works. Then, they decided to do something big, something they had not done before. They decided to make an animated short. It was called The Chub Chubs. It was praised, and they made another. Boom! The next short, Early Bloomer, was praised as well. They made greatness with their 2 shorts. They were building up to be a new powerhouse. And to start it all, their first feature-length animated film, they created Open Season. It's about a bear named Boog who does tricks for humans. He loves it, but once he accidentally gets into the wild thanks to the shenanigans of a deer named Elliot, and it is up to him to get back to Timberline. Hint, he stayed in the forest. They got Jill Colton and Roger Allers to be the directors. They had made the styles of the backgrounds like those of Yogi Bear and Bugs Bunny from the classic cartoons from the time that they were big hits. They got the concept from hunting segments in a comic strip collection called In the Bleachers. They knew this film would be a success. Were they right? When it finally got out in 2006, kind of. The critics did not like this film. They gave it a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I love this movie. It was a success at the box office, though. With an $80 million budget, it grossed $200.8 million. So it gained $155.8 million. That's a pretty modest success. It was enough to give the movie an Open Season 2, which was made in 2008, 3, which was made in 2010, and Open Season Scared Silly, which is made in 2015, the most recent they had done. They had a good start. Could it stay? That was the question the studio asked when it started production of their second film, Surf's Up. It is about a penguin named Cody who's trying to win a surf competition. It was around the time Happy Feet was made, so I'm wondering if this was a mockbuster. Anyways, they got the director of the Frozen films and Tarzan, Chris Buck. They animated this film like it was a sports documentary. The camera feels like, well, a camera, and not just a thing that is straight and doesn't move. They made it unique, unlike most films at the time. When it was time to release it to the big screen in 2007, how did it go? For critics, it was a good film, and they said there was good animation and the unique tone makes it highly entertaining. For the box office, it would not be called a failure, but it did not do well. With a budget of $100 million, it only gained $149 million, a slight embarrassment. But still, there were the critics. Well, after the slight disappointment of Surf's Up, how could the company redeem itself? Well, they took one of the most legendary children's books of all time and made Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It's about a boy named Flint Lockwood who makes a machine that can turn water into food. But soon it makes a big food hurricane by snowing ice cream and make a big spaghetti and meatballs tornado. Of course, it is adapted from the famous book of the same name. The directors, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, are known for making the Lego Movie and Rogue One a star. Oh, yeah, they fired them. Oh, well, they still made this. It also shows the creativity of Sony, from the weird character design to all the fun ways it portrays huge food. When it came out on the big screen in 2009, it was just like the popularity of the book. Critics, except for my inspiration, loved this movie. And it was the first critically and financially successful film they made. With a budget of $100 million, they made $243 million. That is $143 million gained. That's a lot. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs showed everyone that Sony can make a film that makes money and is good. It was sadly the peak of their glory, though, as their next film would smurf up bad. Well, bye. Okay, bye, guys.